would like to take a guess, put it in the chat or just yell it out loud. What do you think the biggest thing affects the student grades in this program? This is a big question. Think about it. What's one of the biggest problems students have when they're doing projects?
Don't go to the meetings, I guess.
Say that again, Diego.
Don't go to the meetings because you always plan the projects and all that stuff.
That's one of them. I would say that's in the top 5. I know there's some students out there that don't come to these meetings, or maybe they come to one every once in a while. But this is really the place to kind of get the instructions while I'm showing them to you. But there's something else that everybody has a problem with at least every once in a while. Take another guess.
Trying to submit the work on time.
Trying to submit the work on time. That goes in with the reason why I brought this up. Following directions. The biggest problem that I have, and I'm sure this is any student, any class, anywhere, is following instructions. It's like if I give you 1 to 10, this is what you need to do this project. Some of you do 1 through 6, or you do 1 through 10 and you forget number 7. And it's those little things that kind of ding you a little bit on points. So the one thing I would definitely say when I show you this assignment is please make sure you read it, like read it 5 times if you have to. Whenever I get a new assignment or a new project, when I take I still occasionally take online courses to update my skills with software, computer work, is they give you, everybody knows what a rubric is, right? Some of you probably don't look at them. I will show you what a rubric looks like. But that literally shows you what you need to do. It's your roadmap on how to be successful with that project. For this project too, I'm actually giving you a checklist. I like checklists because you go, I did this, check, I did that, check. And if you do them all, you should get an A. You should do it right. So I'm going to try and help you. So I'm actually, let me say real quick, and I usually do start the class off, but I forgot. Please put it in the chat if you don't mind. Does anybody have any questions at this point? Does anybody have questions about frame or the goals? Does anybody have questions about previous projects, submitting? Does anybody have questions about the end of the marking period? Anything like that? Is there anything I can answer before I move on? Does anybody want to know when the end of the marking period is?
Isn't it next week or?
It's the following. It's January 27th. So we got about 2 weeks to go.
Oh, okay.
But close. But I would definitely tell everybody here right now is please focus on, don't focus on now and the rest of the year. Focus on the next 2 weeks. Focus on getting those projects, assignments, daily discussion topics, any of those things that you don't do on a regular basis, get them in and get them done so you can be, in a good spot at the end of the second marking period. Unfortunately, I have more than a couple kids failed first marking period, pretty close to failing the second. If that happens, the third and fourth market period, you're going to feel like there's a target on your back and you're just trying to get stuff done. A student reached out to me, a Norristown student. I have quite a few Norristown students. The whole thing about credit denial. Does anybody know what that is? Okay. Does anybody know actually how many credits you're supposed to get from Norristown when you take the tech class?
4.
Yes. So imagine if that's like 2 elective courses, right? Over at Norristown?
No, that's like 4 elective.
Okay. So imagine that. You're not just failing 1 class, you're failing 4. And the sad thing, and I'm not doing this to bring everybody down, but I'm trying to help you put things into perspective. If you were to fail the first, second market period, and God forbid you fail the rest, you're 4 credits shy. How are you going to make that up? Summer school, who wants to do that? Some students that are seniors can't graduate. So please don't put yourself in a bad position thinking, I'm just going to fail 1 class. No, you're not. It's like 4. So, I've said this before, and then I'm going to move on to the project because I'm running a little bit behind. I want to help everybody here as much as possible. If you think you're that far behind, that there's no hope for you, please don't think that. Let me help you. But you have to reach out to me, okay? I'm not going to come to you. Well, actually I have, but I want you to take that first step and say, Wow, I blew it. I haven't done anything. I have, a list of excuses as long as my arms. But I don't need to hear excuses. I don't need to hear reasons. The only thing I need to hear is, Mr. McCarthy, what can I do to turn this around and be productive and get this work done? That's all I want to hear. And I will be totally happy to help you. Okay. So please don't think all hope is lost. Okay. I want to help you get this stuff done. So I'll leave it at that. So if no one else has questions, I'm going to bump in here and I am going to share my screen. Now, I just started kind of moving on to this stuff here. So I will, let me open up let's see, here's my participants. And I'm going to open up the chat. If you have any questions while I'm doing this, please let me know. Okay. So let's start off with the easy thing, shall we? The first thing we're going to do is the new Exploratory. And this is kind of cool. It kind of goes along in line with your goals. Can everybody see this? It says assignment 7. So it's a photo journal. You're going to do a photo journal of like a week in the life. A week in the life of Josh, Malaysia, Deshauna, Diego, Eric, Giovanni, Jamil, everybody. So what is it, take a moment before you even start taking pictures, say to yourself, well, what do I do in a week? So let's take me, for example. I go to the gym. So maybe I'll take a picture of me in the gym or running or me putting my athletic shoes on. Every Tuesday, we do Taco Tuesday at my house. I love tacos. So I might take pictures of Taco Tuesday. Every Friday night, I have an old fireplace. I light a fire and I watch a movie. So maybe I take a picture of that. I like to paint. I like to listen to music. So maybe I'll take a selfie of me with my headphones on. Hanging out with my wife and I. Maybe we go out to dinner this week. I take a picture of us. So think of all those things you do. It could be it could be a goofy routine. If you cut your own hair, I don't want to see you brushing your teeth. Hopefully you are all brushing your teeth. But I want to see some stuff that's like unique. Maybe there's stuff you do that I don't know. Maybe you like to play chess, which is, I was talking to a student about that. If you like to play, obviously, if you like to play your game console, cool. Show me a picture of that. But don't just show me a boring picture, and I'll kind of explain that to you. So let me zoom in a little bit.
Do we have to take a picture for even including the weekend? Because it says 5 days minimum.
I would say 5 5 school days. You can go bananas. I kid you not. You could do 7. I'm trying to keep it in line with all of these exploratories are a minimum of 5 pictures. So I said the minimum, but Monday through Friday. I would love it because I'm sure most of you do stuff on the weekend. So if you're going to the mall or you're going to a park or you're going to ride your bike, please feel free. I give everybody minimums, but I would encourage some of you to just have fun. Don't just go into the worst thing you could do for this project is take 5 pictures. That's it. I would love for you to take 30 and then narrow it down. Like if you want to take a picture of yourself on Taco Tuesday, I would take a picture maybe of me eating the taco or me preparing it or me setting the table, and just use one of those photos. But it's taking multiple photos to really start to take cool shots with composition. It's when you start to really kind of explore creativity is when you take multiple pictures of the same thing. If you take a picture of yourself riding a bike, could you hold the camera, in front of you pointing at the ground? Please do not fall or go over the handlebars, but just be careful. But take a picture of the chain on the bike. Is it rusty? Do you have a cool color scheme on the bike? Anything like that. So maybe if you got a flat tire, but do something creative because remember, everybody's doing this. And when you're an artist and you're trying to be creative, this is when you say to yourself, well, how am I going to take this different? I'm sure a lot of other people have Taco Tuesday, or a lot of other people listen to music, or a lot of other people play basketball or soccer or sports. How is my picture going to be different from theirs? And that's a really cool thing to try and remember. But go in, these are big collages, but I just want to give you some really cool examples. This kid here is getting dressed. He did this is kind of neat. He did the laundry. These are the instructions on the inside of the laundry. doing schoolwork, going for a ride in the car, getting a ride to school. There's a sister in the back of the car doing her work, heading off to sports, making lunch, making dinner, preparing, watching, watching football. So just like a week in the life. There's some crazy, this girl is, I think she's either a teacher or a nurse or whatever, but her lounging on the couch, some of her food, being outside at her job, getting ready, getting her photo equipment together, doing some stuff outdoors, fixing things. So there's a lot of cool things that you can try and incorporate. Put your family in there, put your pets in there, if you have any, or go steal someone else's pet. Just kidding. But do some kind of fun, interesting stuff that's going to keep you interested. Okay. Pretty self-explanatory. Once again, another easy assignment. I would like for this and this project coming up, and as well as everything else and your goals, to be done at the end of the marking period. I will send out a post in Schoology today with links to this, to the project I'm about to show you, to your goals, and I'm going to, put that on Schoology as an announcement so you understand what you need to get done. I literally just got done making some of this stuff. I made this big project and I'm like, there's no way they're going to get this done in time. So I gave you a nice, reasonable, attainable project to get done between now and the end of the marking period, as well as give you an opportunity to catch up on the work that you may not have completed so far. Okay. Any questions on this before I move on? Alex, how you doing? Questions, comments? Okay. So here's the next one, everybody. For you music producers and music lovers, if this is a nice project to do, you are going to do a mashup. Okay. Does anybody know what a mashup is?
A bunch of stuff they combine together.
That is correct.
Sometimes they don't even have to do with each other.
Yes. So you need, now here's the thing, you need to have your Mac laptop to do this. If you're listening to me right now and you do not have a Mac laptop, I am looking into free audio software to see if you can do this. If not, you need to contact me and get a laptop, okay? Once again, tell me, Mr. McCarthy, I'm in this. I want to do this work. I need to come and get a laptop. I'm telling you right now, if you don't get a laptop, you're going to fail the rest of the year because you can't do the work, okay? So please reach out to me. I'm looking at a few names right now, and I know for a fact that you do not have a laptop, okay? So you can stick around at the end of class today, or you can hit me up later. But I can do a laptop pickup day tomorrow or Friday, but you need to let me know, okay? I'm not going to come find you, okay? So you're going to do this mashup project. I like these, they're fun. So I'm going to read this to you. This is a great project to put good use to the basic tools and features that we already used in Garageband, okay? We use Garageband to do the career presentation project that we just wrapped up, showed you how to do some basic voice recording, sound recordings. But a lot of this cool stuff is, you're creating an audio project that contains parts of several pieces of music mashed together. So I'm giving you a lot of opportunity here to have fun with this. I'm not telling you exactly what to do. I'm giving you a couple basic things. I'm not doing this crazy long project. Everything's here is on one page, okay? So this should hopefully make things easy. The medley is a mixed process used in music, TV, sports, and entertainment. Where do you hear it a lot? A lot of different sports use it. When you're at a football, basketball game, baseball game, you hear mashups all the time at different songs to get the crowd pumped up, right? So there's a lot of different opportunities. They're often found on the radio for commercials, for a quick sample of a product or a music review. So I want this to be in your head right now. You have just been hired as an audio editor for a company called Mixmaster Incorporated, okay? You got a job. Congratulations, everyone. It's a good new year. So you are an audio editor, okay? That's the hat you got to put on. This isn't really about, just doing something to get it done. Pretend you're in this position because hopefully some of you want to do this, okay? So put your big people hats on. They want you, your company Mixmaster wants you to edit a musical mashup hype song for their next event. So you're trying to create a hype song. I don't want to hear anything depressing. I don't want to hear any slow songs because that's really not, or could you do something cool and take songs that are slow and sad and mash them up and speed them up and add beats to them? That's a crazy challenge that you could do. So if you look here, these are the specifications of what I want everybody to do. You're going to cut, splice, and mix original musical recordings to cleanly transition to different sections, okay? You got to use at least 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop, whoop, whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 songs, okay? Of whatever you want. No curse words, okay? Let's try and keep it G-rated. So you could use you could use when you go search for the song, obviously you all know this, you do the word clean and it'll come up, okay? It could be different genres, okay? It could be rock and rap and dubstep. If you do dubstep, I'm going to give you like a bad grade. Techno, it could be jazz, classical.
Dubstep sucks.
Exactly. But some of you might like it, but you could
EDM's better.
Yes. You could do a mashup of just rock songs. You could do a mashup of just rap songs. You could do a mashup of rock and rap. You could do a mashup of, jazz and rap. It doesn't matter, okay? But you want to have a common kind of theme to it. So I would not use rock, rap, jazz, country, classical. It's just you're too all over the place. So I would use a couple, okay? Every 10 to 15 seconds, there should be a change in the song. Okay, and I'll kind of show you this chart. It helped me out try and understand how to explain it to you. I'm going to show you how to download the songs if you don't know how to do it already. There's a lot of free YouTube to MP3 downloaders out there, but the one I have, it works pretty good, but you got to be very careful and do exactly what I tell you, or it's going to spam your computer or download adware. So you got to do exactly what I tell you to do. So I'll show you the link. Make sure each audio clip is adjusted for volume to fade in and out. Your background track might be a little quieter than than your main track. So you want to understand that, how that works. Your mashup should be a minimum of 2 minutes. Most songs out there are what? Up to 3 minutes. Okay. So you should do 2 minutes. If you do more, great. Give me more points. Knock yourself out. Your four songs should not go in order. You don't play your first song, fade to the next, fade to the next, fade to the next. It should be mixed in all over the place. Okay. Here's a really good example. So you can listen to this when you have time, but it's a variety of songs mix and mash together. Okay. But look at this chart. Okay. This explains how you should lay it out. Okay. And you might take the time here and you can listen to this while you look at the chart and understand how it's broken down. So you'll notice song 1 starts here, it jumps there, it jumps there, it jumps at the end. So let me pause real quick. So like I told you before, don't do this. Song 1, song 2, song 3, song 4. You're not creating a mashup, you're creating a playlist, essentially. You're just creating a bunch of songs. So your song, let's say these 6 clips are 20 seconds each. That makes it 120 seconds. It makes it 2 minutes. You would take 5 seconds or 10 seconds of each clip and mix it in. Does everybody kind of understand what I'm showing you right here? If you do not understand, please say something right now. Okay. Take the time to look at this. Okay. Look at this. Okay. It makes a lot of sense. If you're not sure, go look up mashup. But mashup means you use these 4 songs and they keep fading in and out throughout the entire song. They all get along together and mix in between one another. Okay. And that's what you're doing. Ta-da. That's your project. So I would hope that you're going to try and embrace this, have a good time with it. If you are a YouTube singer and if you're an artist and you've already created songs, you can make a mashup of your 4 songs. I don't care. I do have students that are returning that have done this project. That were a couple of them that created their own rap. They're singers. They do their own stuff. I was like, fine, make a mashup for me of your own original work. But go out there and do what you're going to do. there are tutorials here that I show you, okay? Now, I'm going to, by the end of the week, today's Tuesday, by Thursday, I'm going to do a tutorial of me doing a mashup, okay? But at least look at these to introduce yourself to the process, okay? There's a couple cool ones on here. The Post Malone one is really good. How to mix beats. You know, once again, a refresher in GarageBand for beginners. And then this is a really cool example of what you can expect your mashup to look like in GarageBand. It looks a little intimidating, but these are all the different songs. There's one, there's one, there's one. You know, there's a beat back here, and it shows you how it all comes together. Now, listen and watch. You'll see this come in. So you can see where all these different aspects and parts of the song come in. Okay, here's vocal. You can label it. There's vocals. There's different beats down here, and they all mix together. But when you see the dead spots, like right
I
here,
can't hear it either.
you'll see it fade in. And this is just a zoom in. Okay, but pretty cool. So if you notice the person is actually mousing over and showing you what they're doing. Okay. So it just kind of gives you a good idea here, changing the audio adjustments and things like that. Okay. So there's that. And then if you go down, it gives you a really nice way. Here's a simple mashup tutorial. So please start looking at these. The only thing I want you to do today is start to figure out what songs you want to do, what genre, okay? I don't want you to, if you don't know how to do it yet, I don't want you to download anything yet. I want you to do any of that. I want you to continue to keep working on your goals. Anything you haven't handed in, I want you to work on your daily attendance posts for the day. And tomorrow, I'm going to show you how to download YouTube songs from MP3 to MP3s, okay? So pick the songs you like. If you want to go on YouTube, YouTube is the easiest way, to be honest with you, to find the song that you want, because some people don't have subscriptions to, you know, any of the music, like, you know, Amazon or any other subscription services that are out there, Spotify. So YouTube is an easy way. Everybody can go on, and I'll show you how to download the video and make it into a song. If you don't know how to do that already, okay? So I will stop sharing right now. This project is available now. It's on the website. I will send you a link to it. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to send you a post in Schoology. So keep an eyeball out in Schoology that I posted this for you. Does anybody have questions? Does everybody understand what I'm asking you to do for this project?
I actually have a question.
Okay.
So we can use any song from anywhere, or are you going to give us certain sounds to use?
Nope. Do what you got to do. Do what you want. I don't
Okay.
care. So you could go, like, let's say I wanted to do all 80s hip hop, like, you know, Run DMC, Dougie Fresh, Salt and Pepper, all these different, you know, I would go on YouTube, find the songs, and you can bookmark them or copy the link and just paste it into a Word document. And then when I show you how to do the tutorial on downloading the songs and converting them to MP3s, you'll be ready to go. That's exactly what I would tell you to do right now. Find those songs that you want to find and copy the link out of your browser so you're ready to go. Okay. But I'm trying to, you know, give you something fun to do for the next few weeks until the market period ends, and hopefully end the market period out on a high note, giving you something fun to do. Does this sound interesting? Is anybody remotely excited to do something fun like this? Cool.
Hey.
Awesome.
It kind
I
of
like
reminds
doing
me
this
of
stuff.
one game, just saying.
What's that?
I think it kind of reminds me of one game that I've heard
What-
of this
what game?
year. It's called Fuser.
Okay.
If
There's
you,
actually quite a few games out there that use mashups and actually are heavily song oriented, like, you know, all the Grand GTA, they have radio stations. And it's funny, I go on Grand Theft Auto on YouTube and listen to the playlist from, like, when they had the 70 Vice City. It's all 80s music. It's what I grew up listening to, and it's great.
Yeah.
Things like that. Need for Speed had some great music and some mashups and stuff like that. So I'm sure you could think of 100 different, like right now, the Cold War game. My son's been playing Cold War a lot, and it's all 80s songs. So it's pretty cool. But you can create mashups and songs to go over your gameplay. Like if you have like a Twitch account, and you want to record yourself playing a game, come up with a cool playlist. So that's how these YouTubers make a ton of money doing that stuff. So I'm sorry I kept you guys on long for a while, but usually when I roll out a new project, I want to make sure you understand what's going on. So like I said, daily attendance, your goals, exploratory new project right now, a week in the life, and a mashup project. So not too much work to do. So I really hope y'all enjoy it. Please show up tomorrow and I will show you how to download the songs and begin to start importing them into GarageBand, okay?